Banavasi is an important political and religious center in the history of Karnataka. It has been witness to the rise and fall of ruling dynasties. Inscriptions indicate that Banavasi was included in the territories of the Satavahanas. By the 2nd century, Banavasi had gone on to become the capital city of the Chuttu dynasty. After the Chuttus, Banavasi became the celebrated capital of the first indigenous Kannada dynasty, the Kadambas. Kadambas were a dynasty that first appeared around 350 of the Common Era in the localities of northwestern Karnataka. Initially, their control appeared limited to the area immediately around Banavasi, which was their political center in this early period, but later extended to all of northern Karnataka and the Konkan. Mayuravarma is the first historical ruler, who appears to have been a commander-in-chief of the Pallavas initially and later established his independent rule primarily in western Karnataka. Though at the peak of his power, he conquered the central and parts of eastern Deccan. Despite territorial fragmentation, later rulers fought continuously to retain independence from the Pallavas and other powers. Although beset by family feuds, Ravivarman achieved this and successfully extended the kingdom in clashes with the Gangas and Pallavas. Elements of the administrative structure of the Kadambas appear to have been in place by the late 4th century of the Common Era, and the later Kadambas seem to have continued with many of the earlier institutions. Kadambas were contemporaries of the Western Ganga dynasty, and together they formed the earliest native kingdoms to rule the land with autonomy. Kadamba-Ganga nexus led to the evolution of a major trade route between Banavasi and Kolar that passed through the Belur area. The oldest surviving Kannada epigraphs, including Halmidi and Mallohalli, occur at locations on this trade route. Halmidi inscription is the oldest known Kannada language inscription in the Kadamba script. In the history of Karnataka, Kadambas were the first indigenous dynasty to use Kannada, the language of the soil, at an administrative level. Halmidi is a record of the Kadamba dynasty, identified with Kadamba king Kakusthevarman. Kadamba power reached its peak during the rule of Kakusthevarman, who, through his statecraft and adroit marriage alliances, the peace and prosperity he encouraged, and the building works he commissioned, brought the empire to the height of its renown. Kadambas minted coins, some of which have Kannada legends that provide additional numismatic evidence of their history. A 5th century copper coin was discovered in Banavasi, with a Kannada script inscription indicating that a mint may have existed that produced coins in Banavasi. Tamil Sangam literature and the Tamil epic Silappatikaram contain numerous descriptions of the frequent clashes between early Cheras and the people who preserved Kadambu as their guardian tree. It is reasonable to assume that the people of the Kadambu tree mentioned in Tamil classical literature must be the Kadambas of Banavasi. Ptolemy's account refers to a Trinetra Kadamba ruling in Banavasi, and three-eyed may be a reference to the early association of the dynasty with god Shiva. Traditions, along with the inscriptional evidence, testify that their family name, Kadamba, is derived from beliefs related to tending the Kadamba tree and associated Puranas. Purana says that the Kadamba family is derived from the three-eyed and four-armed Kadamba, who, born from a drop of sweat, fell to the earth from the forehead of god Shiva under a Kadamba tree.